Alrighty, here we go. Lost and Found, big old map. This is one of the last matches in round 2. It's CrimsonTide versus TigerLion. Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. So, CrimsonTide, Zerg in the bottom left, TigerLion as the turn in the top right. He's going to wall off as you absolutely should. This though, okay, you don't need two depots. Don't build two depots. Look, this guy could be no. This is just unnecessary. Barracks is twice the size of a depot. Like if you're really that worried, the barracks can. Yeah, you don't. No, not this. Where's the barracks? I don't know what type of build this is, but it's an odd one. It's been pulled first though for CrimsonTide, so you'd have to say that there's probably going to be some. Oh, okay. I don't know about this. So Roach Warren, but we've pulled the workers out of. Normally, if you pull the worker, oh, I see. Wait, what? What? I don't know what build this is either. It's not one. It's not one I recognise. There's only 2 workers in gas, so you're not going to have enough gas to build roaches. What are you going to build? Like 1 roach, 2? Yeah, not a substantial number, that's for sure. And there's no speed upgrade for the link, so I don't really understand the rushed roach warren. Okay, so yeah, a bit weird. There is a 3 roach rush that you can do as Zerg, and it's literally 12 pull, 11 gas, 10 roach warren. You don't build a single worker, and you get 3 roaches out, and you turn them into ravagers, and you march them across the map, and you wreck the Terran wall with them at like stupid early. It's nasty. Anyway, despite the weird opener, TigerLion has now got reasonable production up. This is a lot of racks to be running with a factory off a single base. No sign of an expo here as yet. In the production tab, CrimsonTide doesn't look to be rushing. There are workers being built, but is sneaking out these roaches. And there's a pretty early spar coming down. In general, spar off 2 base is a bit of a stretch. Like 3 bases is what you want to comfortably drive a spar. Mutas are 100. That is expensive. So if you look at the gas income here of CrimsonTide on these 2 bases, it's 300. So you can only build 3 mutas a minute. Once these are saturated, 6 mutas a minute is a bit better. But what you want to be able to do is kind of like just constantly crank out these units. So even at 6 mutas a minute to get up a flock of 12 mutas is still going to take you 2 minutes. And 2 minutes, you might be thinking that's not very long, but it is. Look, we're 6 minutes in. If it's going to take you an extra 2 minutes, that's a substantial amount of time in StarCraft. 2 minutes. When a typical game is 10 minutes long, 2 minutes is quite a lot of the game. So generally you need 3 bases to drive Mutalisk production. Just as a rule of thumb, you can certainly drive Ling production off 1 base, and you can drive, but ideally 2, and you can drive Roach production off 2 bases. Anyway, the 3rd is now up and mining, but we're not seeing the gas just yet. And it is always, you will have discovered this yourselves in StarCraft. It's a gas limited game most of the time, so it's the gas that you've got to worry about. Let's see what the mutas get done. Let's have a look at what there is to deal with it. There are plenty of Marines. Combat Shield is just finishing up, but annoyingly there's no stim, and stim is what you need to be able to kill these mutas, because stim gives the Marines the speed to get them underneath the mutas. The Marines not reacting at all. The workers not reacting at all. Literally all of the workers have died, and not a muta even hurt. So really slow reaction time in here, and you might have expected this, TigerLion. Oh my word, this is nasty. There's now 1 worker left, and it's mining gas. So bunker, but with no Marines in it. This is looking ominous. what is all the more confusing is that having lost all your workers, there's no workers in production. If you lose something, rebuild it. You can't. What? You've got money? Build workers. These mutants are not going to go away. They're just going to continue coming back. So what I'd like to see is a bit of a split. Not quite enough Marines over there to deal with this. You can't get up because you've locked your own front door. So the mutants at present are just kind of going uncontested. There is finally a worker in production. None in production down here. The roaches turn up to add insult to injury, and it's just all bad. The roaches aren't going to be able to get up the ramp, surely, with the don't go up there, with the siege tank behind it. But there's no base here, and the bad times started when TigerLion didn't respond to the first sort of wave of mutants. These mutants, though, that is an absolute waste of mutalisks. In general, using mutalisks to kill buildings is not a great plan. So turning these into Ravagers is the better shot. Ravagers are squishier, so generally what you want is maybe 3 Ravagers, possibly 4 or 5 if you've got a lot of roaches, but your ratio tends to be sort of 1 Ravager per 4 roaches or something like that, so that you can fire these corrosive biles up. But you need the roaches to tank it, because Ravagers aren't armored the way roaches are, so they die much more quickly. TigerLion does have a worker, does not have enough minerals to build a command center. So I mean, this is just, it's GG, isn't it? you don't have a base. And you can't build one either. There's a Nidus worm coming in here, which is kind of funny. The Ravagers are in. There's going to be corrosive biles raining down on everything. Oh, and they're no dodges happening. TigerLion does successfully shut down the Nidus, but I mean, like, you can't build anything. You can't build a base. You can't. Where do you go from here? So your options are move out and try and win here and now, or GG, because otherwise what is that we're doing here? There's no way to win this, absolutely none. I mean, the Liberator can get focused down by the corrosive biles. It's really easy to just work around it anyway. This one Liberator is not going to beat an army supply of 71. It just isn't. Apparently there's 2 other things on the map somewhere. I don't know where they are. Or one other thing, I suppose. Is there a Marine stashed somewhere? I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe it was in production, but it wouldn't have been building because there was no supply. Anyway, CrimsonTide takes the first game and goes 1-0 up.